Rebecca Kadaga has come out to complain that there is a lot of money that is being used in the campaign against her, and that it is a bad practice. He said these statements. Listen very carefully because they are going to form a basis for a discussion. Here's the tape.
It will be believe. However, I must say that I'm disturbed by in fact, this is unprecedented. The kind of expenditure, the kind of irregularities, altering registers, creating fake registers, creating fake delegates, and the money, distribution of iPads to chairpersons, all these and telephone sets to the lower chairpersons, all these issues that worry one. And if you're not careful, a time will come when those who have money are the ones who get elected, not because they are good quality people, but because they are paid the voters. So it's something that we have to worry about, and I hope we can find a way of curbing it.
So that is Rebecca Kadaga complaining that there is a money that is being put in the campaigns. And trust me, she has a point. I've been happening to be in places where these delegates hold meetings and speak. You can see that there is a lot of money being spent. And I think General Museveni wants it this way because, in fact, the previous elections never had a lot of money like it is right now. I remember even when people were standing for the position of the speaker, they are not used to be a lot of money until after the 2021, where we used to see sacks of money moving in members of parliament. I agree that democracy is expensive. By the way, democracy is the type of party that is expensive and money is needed. But what is happening in the NRM primaries is utter bribery. And for me, I think General Museveni wants it that way because General Museveni is a great beneficiary. He has the budget, he has the money, so he can get any position he wants. Okay? Not only Kadaga, even the current vice chairperson of NRM in Eastern came out to complain. Okay? In fact, he said this when he had just arrived to Korolo. Here's the tape.
I have seen, which is very unfortunate, is the monetization of the campaigns. Some people are using heinous amounts of money. My colleagues in Eastern Uganda are spending money which is toxic, unacceptable. We want to know where the money is coming from. It is causing a big problem to the party and making this election toxic. Why? As the president said the other day in NEC, that we are playing with fire. What sent the president and the 27 fighters to the bush on the 6th of February 1981, after the election of December the 12th, 1980, was the rigging of votes. Bribing voters is rigging votes, and it's going to be a major problem in this country. And we must really, as a country, make sure that this does not happen in Uganda again.
So that is Mike Mukwa, the vice chairperson of NRM in the Eastern region. He's also complaining about the same. So for me, I think this vice of spending money was propped out by the NRM regime. Because if someone has money, he has a leverage against you. Because many of the voters in these NRM elections are leaders somewhere. If leaders can be driven by money, what about the electorates? That is a vice that was brought by none other than General Kaguta Museveni. I remember there was a by-election. It was in Rukunjiri. I think it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. General Museveni spent 21 billion in a constituency and he was later defeated. I know eating somebody's money brings some sense of guilt to vote for or against him. But in the NRM, it's now being exaggerated. It's even caught on camera. Long ago, they used to give out this money undercover. Nowadays, it is clear people are getting iPads. And for me, the vice is being orchestrated by none other than General Kaguta Museveni. Because, in fact, those who are running in the SEC, if you don't have a tune of more than 1 billion, you cannot be elected. If you want to run as a vice chairperson, you have to book hotels for these delegates on your personal money. Give them lunch for several days. Take them to Koro to vote for you. Any person who cannot do that cannot be voted. In fact, even when they were campaigning, because before the vote, the vice chairpersons are allowed to have a speech and campaign in the delegates. Kadaga also insinuated on the same thing. He complained that people are being given money. He said it in front of General Kaguta Museveni. In fact, he said these statements. He has the
grave concern that the level of bribery, of intimidation, of abuse of office, of corruption during this election has been exceedingly high. Indeed, it has been unprecedented. For the first time, we have seen distribution of iPads to entice leaders and influence them. We have seen distribution of cell phones for the same reasons. Distribution of money for the same reason. No small money sale of 20,000, but in millions. And this, Your Excellency and International Chair, is something that's ruining our party. We have built this party over time, but there's a real risk that it's going to be overtaken by people who do not deserve to be in leadership. So we need to check the issue.
Kadaga is coming out to say that people were given iPads. And indeed, my intelligence tells me that the person who gave out that iPad, it is more likely, it is rumored to be the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Ntamong, because I think the people who are running for the SEC position is the only one who has that amount of money to spend. Rumor has it. Okay? So Kadaga is telling General Kaguta Museveni that people are being given iPads, and you hope our leaders from the village and the delegates from the village being given an iPad and a cell phone would cast a vote against that iPad. I don't think so. Although Rebecca Kadaga is giving out this information, but the true catalyst of this vice, General Kaguta Museveni, I know if General Museveni, the revolutionary, came out to say that there should be no one giving out money, and uses intelligence to get those people who are giving iPads so that they can be disqualified, he can. But he's letting this to happen because he is supposed to benefit from it. Let's continue to hear what Kadaga said.
Of corruption. Last night, there was more distribution of resources. 300,000 shillings to each delegate. At Nabisunsa, at Nakawa, at Kisasi, and many other places. Again, to influence the outcome of these elections. So I do hope that the members will take this matter into account and realize that we don't need to support the corrupt, and to know that the money being used is actually your money. This is taxpayers' money. So please chew it, but make the right choices. I would like to appeal to our members to clean our party by rejecting corruption, rejecting bribery, rejecting intimidation. National Chairman, there are members here who have got messages on their phone intimidating them. If you don't vote for so and so, you will see. How can that be? But this is what is happening at this stage. So I do hope that something will be done. And Honorable Chairs, you have been promising that you are going to take action. I hope that you can actually take action so that this vice...
So, that is Rebecca Kadaga. First of all, I want to debunk the issue that Rebecca Kadaga is giving news. One of the biggest consumers of intelligence in any country is the president. General Museveni knows what is going on. He can even cite the places, the amount, the money, where it came from, he knows. You think General Museveni is stupid? Just that Kadaga is making it loud. If General Museveni decided to stop this corruption and stealing of public funds within the NRM, the delegates who are getting money, it can stop. So Kadaga should stop thinking that he's giving out news to General Kaguta Museveni. No, it cannot be. A while ago, when Speaker Anita Among was sanctioned by the Dubai and the European Union, General Museveni took the onus and sent the minister to go and make an investigation. The investigation has never been made public. So the greatest consumer of intelligence knows this. He has allowed the vice to take place. If the people who are going to be defeated had some interests for General Kaguta Museveni, would come out to stop this. But since majority of these who are being put out, General Museveni doesn't want them, so he doesn't want to stop that vice. General Museveni knows everything. But what General Museveni says is not what he practices. So the corruption that is being cried by Rebecca Kadaga and other senior leaders is because, one, they have sensed defeat. Two, it is also very clear that who the winners are going to be. Okay? And the Kadaga is on her way out. Of course, the small opinion remains yours truly, Mr. Makinde, Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali, the next MP for Makinde East constituency. I will see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.